Hey guys! Yes, once again I'm working on an animation for the Kekkai Sensen ending. Parody, anyway. Yes, it's been a while since I've done this. Really, the only explanation I can give is that I finished the manga, and the only reason I was working on this was because I was working on the manga and I needed an animation escape. So I basically stopped working on this when I finished all the manga pages, but now that the manga is finished and it's been a while, and now I've been just working on Jade Unshaken the episode, I've taken to working on this when I didn't feel like working on the episode, which actually happened a lot last week. Last week I had a lot of problems with motivation on working on Jade Unshaken, and can't say that I worked on this either, but it's good to get back to this after all that. Last time I did a video on this, I told you guys about how I had been watching other versions, and I watched a Naruto one, and the Naruto one took shortcuts that had, like, photographs instead of the actual animation movements, and I was like, I'll probably do that because I didn't want to animate them walking again. Well, I decided I didn't want to do the photographs. I don't know why, I just suddenly felt like I could animate more than what I had done. And in fact, the animations that you're seeing right here is part of the video that nothing was happening. Like, it was like a black screen with credits on it, and I didn't want to do that. It felt like, when I was watching through my animation video, I didn't want to do that because it felt like it was a little bit empty. I was like, this makes no sense, this pause right here makes no sense, so I decided to just add some more dancing to the, to the video, and yeah, you might say that's a wonderful idea because, you know, it's not like I hadn't animated enough, but yeah, I don't know, I really like how this particular animation turned out, and after I'm finished with this one, by the way, this is Manny and Gerald there, after I'm finished with this one, I'll be working on the villains part, which is basically, it's just right after this, it should come up in a little bit, but yeah. In the villains part that I'm doing in this video, the one that I'm animating, is that's the part that was supposed to be, quote-unquote supposed to be, photographs, but it was that part in the actual video where everyone's walking again, like hand in hand and kicking, and I didn't... That part was so hard. Like, earlier in the video I did do that because it shows up more than once, but I had a lot of trouble with it, and I was like dreading the days that I would have to do the line art for it, and so when that part came up again, I was like, I am not doing that again. So instead of doing the photograph things, I did take a shortcut by animating something different. Like, even though this is like all different moves, it's still a shortcut to me because doing this animation was much, much easier than doing the animation that was in the original video. I do have to say, the villains dance, part of it was referenced from one of the cover song videos, like real people were dancing, and I really loved the dance moves they did in it, so I decided I wanted to do my own versions in the video, and actually that happens there and a place a bit earlier that happens, so I don't know, I think it turned out really well. Especially I love when one of the characters, he was just on screen for a different dance, and so I thought it would be funny if I made him jog in from outside of the stage and try to get his bearings before he actually does his dance, and I think it turned out really well, him like stumbling around. He's a quite silly character, I love him a lot. In fact, of all the villains that I could tell you about, I could probably tell you about him. His name is Will Buckley. He's a country boy, and he's a good boy, but he's just in the wrong place right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I could totally talk about him as a character in one of these videos if I wanted to, but like, I wanted to talk about Manny before I got into any of the villains, because I'm like, well, I did all the other main characters that I was able to. I should talk about Manny now. Manny's like the next logical step, but I didn't want to do that in this video. I just kind of, I don't know what I wanted to do in this video. I just I just kind of wanted to talk about how I had been working on this animation again after it's been so long, because it has been long. It has been long since I actually did animation for one of these Drawn Talks. And you know, actually, I meant to say this earlier in the video. When I went to go record this, I was trying to decide what to record for this weekend, so I was like, I never record myself doing the guidelines for animation anymore, because I used to do that for Magical Girl School when I worked on that, because it was a pretty low maintenance program that didn't take a lot of space, so it was easy to record that. But it's been a while since I've done that because of Flash, and I realized after I started recording this, because I was like, why don't I record myself animating in Flash? Like, what's the reason why? I should just do it. So I started recording it, so I realized 10 minutes in, I was like, oh yeah, this is why I don't record myself animating in Flash, because it pauses every 10 minutes to try to save, and the saving takes a minute on its own, so like, every 10 minutes my Flash would pause and try to save whatever I was working on. So as I was recording this, I was like, oh gosh, now I have to go into the recording and take all these pauses out. And I did. I tried to get as many pauses as I could. I don't know if any still made it into the video. I really hope not, because it's really annoying. I realized then that I was like, yeah, this is why I don't record myself animating like this. I mean, I could still do this again in the future, but at the time I was recording, I was like, gosh, this is gonna be a pain when I get to it. And it kinda was, But in all, I'm glad that I recorded it, because I guess when I'm recording for a video to go up on YouTube, I tend to try to make it the best that I can, so I'm glad I did record myself animating this, because if I hadn't, I don't know if it would have turned out as well as it did. Like, I really love what came out of this session of work, and I don't know if I would have done my best if I hadn't been recording myself. I'm sure a lot of you can relate, for those who have recorded themselves doing things. Oh, also, another thing that I wanted to tell you guys, every so often I'm sitting around and thinking to myself about how often I upload nowadays. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I upload videos every week now. It's like, wow, this is something. Like, I think this is number 13. So, I've been doing this for 13 weeks, and I was just sitting around thinking, I was like, wow, and people still watch? Like, I'm sitting there like, wow, people still watch the video, even though I upload every week, and a lot of the people that watch the video will comment, like, every single week, and I'm just sitting here like, wow, gosh, that's so nice. Like, I feel like I'm kind of annoying with my uploads now because of how often I do it, and even with my weekly videos, I still upload some other videos as well, like the MAP animation I did the other week, and then I did a stupid meme earlier, like last week, I think. So yeah, I was just sitting here like, I'm very surprised that I still have anyone actually watching the videos, because, I don't know, it just seems like something that people would get tired of, especially the Drawn Talk videos. Like, I can understand people commenting on an animation that I've done, but it's like, I'm very surprised to see people commenting and complimenting me like every week I upload a video. It's something weird I think about, and I'm like, I feel so fortunate I feel so fortunate to have you guys. You guys really don't know how much it means to me. But yeah, all those thanks and goosh out of the way, let me know what you thought of this video. I might give you a sneak preview of the full Kekkai Sensen video in the description box below, because I did upload the storyboard / guidelines the other day, and I don't know, you might want to check that out if you want to see how far this has gotten so far. So yeah, go into the description and find that. But otherwise, yeah, this is coming to a close. I really appreciate all the support that you guys show me. It really blows me away every week, just how nice you guys are. I feel like nothing I can do could ever be a proper thank you. But yeah, thank you. Everybody have a good week, have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!